As a quadriplegic, I get a lot of questions about my hands. Well, about my hands, my arms. I get a lot of questions in general, but I think hand function is the most confusing part about paralysis and quadriplegia. What it means is that I have impairment in all 4 limbs. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be completely paralyzed from the neck down. I can move my arms, I can do all sorts of stuff. I actually have pretty great triceps, but my hands are completely paralyzed. Looking at this graphic, each color and line represents a different level of paralysis according to which vertebrae you break. So I broke my C6 and C7, which means that everything sort of below that pink line is affected. And I'm kind of squidgy between the pink and red areas on my hands because C6, C7 is sort of on the borderline. Let me show you what Tenodesis grip looks like. Everybody can try this. It's not just for people who are paralyzed. If you just raise your arm up like this, let your wrist go completely limp and just let your hand really relax. You're just going to slowly raise your hand using your wrist, and you'll see how your thumb just kind of naturally starts to close towards your index finger. And depending on how you're rotating your wrist, you can even get that thumb to touch the index finger, and that is a passive grip technique called Tenodesis. This is how quadriplegics pick things up. It doesn't work with everything. It tends to work with smaller, lighter objects, but it's incredibly useful, and if you practice, you can get really good at it. Picking up really tiny things like pills is going to be a lot easier if it's something big like this one. It's a huge antibiotic pill. It's going to be a lot harder when it's a really small pill like this. I have to be really precise with how I pick it up. Picking up something like a lip balm, really easy. Super light, probably one of the easiest things for me to pick up. Picking up something flat like a TV remote is a lot harder. I usually will try to slide it over to the side of the table because that's much easier, and then I can pick it up like that. Picking up something like a cell phone can be just as hard because it's flat. I can't really get much grip on it, so that's why for my phone I have a loop so it can go around my hand. It makes it a lot easier. When it comes to drinking glasses, a rocks glass is way harder for me to use because I have to use one hand to brace it and the other to wrap it around. And then I can lift it, but it gets really heavy when it's full. So in that case, when I'm drinking, I need to brace it with my other hand. So I always try to order things at a restaurant in a glass like this. This is a coupe glass, so it makes it really easy for me to just grab the stem. So any wine glass or coupe glass with a stem is my favorite. I hope this answers your questions about Tenodesis, and if you have any other questions, please put them down in the comments. Thank you for watching.